Hi friends, in the last videos we covered very clearly what is integer data type, how you can represent integral values, what are various possible representations are there, next how to convert from one base to another base. Up to that it's very clear. So now the next data type what we have to discuss is float data type, sir. So now I have a number is there 123. It is the whole number, sir. Okay, 123 whole number without decimal point. Happily you can represent this by using integer data type. Okay, well, suppose I want diesel price. Regarding I want a diesel price. Assume that 78.43, 78 rupees 43 paisa. Assume that, sir. Sir, next dollar value in rupees. Assume 70.12. Assume that 70 rupees 12 paisa, 12 paisa like. Sir, how you can represent these values, the numbers with a decimal point? These numbers are by default considered as floating point values. Regarding, don't feel in our program you are always going to represent only whole numbers, integral numbers. No, sometimes we may require to do this type of values also. How you can do that? Okay, to represent these floating point values, we have which data types are float data type we have to use. Remember this one, sir. Okay, sir, now I'm taking f is equal to sir 112.456 like this I'm taking, sir. Can you please spell out what is the type of f? If I print the type of f, now I will get what? Float. Observe, this is what types are. It is the float type like this, right? So what is the floating point number? A number with a decimal point is called floating point number. So to represent the floating point numbers, which data type we have in Python is the float data type, sir. Okay, have a look once, sir. Observe carefully here. If you are seeing, sir, f is equal to 1.234 like this I'm taking. Sir, what is the type of f? What the type of f? If I can ask a type of f is what types are? Float type. Just observe 1.234 float types are. To represent floating point values, we require to go for what? Float type. Okay, well, sir, here there is one very important point is there. Take a bit special care about this one, sir. Sir, you know, in the integral types, in the last video we covered very clearly in the integral types. Suppose I have a number is there, sir. 1, 2, 3 is there. By default it's the decimal. Similarly, if I can take 0B1111, it is a binary number. 0O123 octal number. 0x123 hexadecimal number. Sir, all these things are integral values. Remember this one. All these things are what? Integral values, right? Same way, I want to take like this. Just observe carefully, sir, about this one. F is equal to, sir, 1.234. Okay, one style. F is equal to 0B1.1011. I'm taking, sir. Next, f is equal to 0 small o, sir, like 123.456 I'm taking. Sir, f is equal to 0x 123.57 something like this. Can you please observe? This is the decimal float value. This is the decimal float value. Can you please tell what about this one? Respond. What about this one? Float value represented in binary form. Next, the float value represented in octal form. Float value represented in hexadecimal form. I hope everyone can able to understand, right? So respond. Everyone can able to understand, right? Remember, if you are going to feel like this, I will give left and right. The reason for that is floating point values we can represent only in decimal form. Are you getting? Floating point values we can represent only in decimal form. Binary, octal, hexadecimal, such type of conventions are not allowed for the float values. These representations are applicable only for integral types but not for floating point types. In all these cases we are going to get syntax error. Okay, error by default we are going to get. Sir, very important point. Integral values you can represent four ways: either decimal, binary, octal, hexadecimal. But floating point values you should represent only in the decimal form. Okay, binary, octal, hexadecimal, such type of conventions are not applicable. Everyone can ever write? Sir, let me show this one. Have a look once, sir. Suppose I am taking f is equal to 1.234. Perfect, no problem at all. It is the decimal value, sir. It itself is the decimal value. F is equal to 0b 1.1011. I am taking 0b 1.1011. Immediately Python virtual machine is going to give left and right. Hey Durga, 0b means binary, but 1.1011 float in binary. No such type of thing. What it means, like Python virtual machine will give left and right. Observe carefully, sir. Here if I execute this one, syntax error, invalid syntax. Are you getting? Syntax error, invalid syntax. Similarly, f is equal to 0.123.456. If I can take again invalid syntax. Are you getting? Again invalid syntax. F is equal to 0x123.45, something like this, right? Again itself is invalid syntax error we are going to get. So the important conclusion what you people should be aware: floating point values you should represent only in decimal form. Binary, octal, hexadecimal conventions are not allowed. Clear? Any doubt about this point? Okay, well, next for floating point values there is another way, another representation is there, sir. What is that representation? Is take a bit special care, sir. If we can take f is equal to 1.2 E3, this type of representation is called exponential form. Are you getting? This type of representation is called exponential form or scientific notation. Exponential form or scientific notation, sir. Remember this one. So E3, sir, instead of small e you can take capital E also, no problem at all. If I print f value, what is the output we are going to get, sir? Very simple. 1.2 E3 means 10 power 3. 1.2 into 10 power 3. 1.2 into 1000. So its value 1200.0. This is the output we are going to get, sir. Remember this. This type of representation is called what? Scientific representation. Scientific notation or otherwise exponential form. But this applicable only for what? Floating point values. Remember, have a look once, sir. Sir, I am taking f is equal to 1.2 E3. You can take small e or capital E. Either you can take small e or capital E. Happily, itself is acceptable. What about its values, sir? 1200.0. Sir, let me take 1.2 E3, capital E3 I am taking, sir. If I can take f, then automatically 1200.0, like this we are going to get. This type of representation is called what? Scientific notation. So even floating point literal float values you can represent scientific notation also, no problem at all. Okay, well, so now what is the advantage of this representation, right? The biggest advantage is even big values also within the lesser space you can represent, sir. Bigger values within the lesser space you can represent. Suppose I have a number is there. Assume that 12, after 12 there are 10 zeros are there, sir. Okay, 10 zeros are there. Okay, like 10 zeros, 15 zeros are there, sir. 15 zeros are there. Wow, how bigger value this one? 0.0 is there, sir. Assume this is the 0.0 is there. After 12, 15 zeros are there, 0.0. Sir, once 0.0 is there, it is the float value. It is the float value, right? Now what is the, I can represent in scientific notation very easily. Sir, very simple. 1.2 e, how many zeros are there? 15. 1.2, 2 also I moved after decimal point, that's why 1.2 is 16. So this bigger value also we can represent 1.2 is 16. That is the advantage of this scientific notation or exponential form. Everyone can aware, within the lesser space you can represent big values also. That thing is applicable, sir. Sir, even in our calculators, if the value is too much lengthy but display size is very small, in that small space how you can represent bigger values? Very simple, sir. We require to go for which one? Exponential representation. Observe our normal calculator. Have a look once, sir. Just a basic idea sake. Observe that this is the normal calculator what we have. Sir, here I am taking 25,000 into 25,000 I am taking. Okay, like now have you observed, right? Some 625 followed by some 6 zeros like we have. Okay, well, sir, now let me take sir into again that, then automatically, do you know it is a bigger value? It is a bigger value, sir. What happened? This bigger value in this small space, how it is represented, sir? 3.90 e plus 17 means into 10 power 17. Are you getting? This type of representation is called what? Exponential form. It is applicable for what? Floating point data types. Okay, well, sir. So up to this, any doubt? Float type, it is a very clear. Sir, let me conclude. If you want to represent floating point values, then we require to go for what? Float data type. Float values compulsory having decimal point. A number with a decimal point is called float number. Floating point values you should represent only in decimal form. Binary, octal, hexadecimal, such type of things are not allowed. Floating point values we can also represent in exponential form or scientific notation. What the advantage of this one is, within the lesser space you can represent bigger values. That is the advantage, sir, of this floating point, I mean exponential representation. Clear for you?